I need the starter fluid. Not in here. Must be in here. Oh.
Hey, looking
Hi.
for this?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Great. Thank you.
Anytime. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Darla, and today I'm here with Tom Mills. Feel free to say hi.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about his very beautiful, amazing trick. So go ahead and tell me how this all began.
Well, I've been wanting a truck for a long time, and always wanted one with big fat tires, nice rake, long forks. It was my dream growing up. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I found this trike, but it certainly didn't look like this. It had a shorter rake, shorter forks on it, had skinny back tires, spoke tires. And so I had this dream, and I stripped it down and rebuilt it to what it is today. So I found the rear end in Florida, had it shipped up here to California. Found the tires on eBay. The front end came off an old Honda chopper. So I stole it off that, put it on this. And the body I built, it's all out of fiberglass.
That's so cool.
And when I built it, it kind of didn't look right. So I had to put these tubes on the side, and I was going to make it the brake lights, tail lights. So I decided that too late. I couldn't run the wiring through, so I ended up machining the 2 end caps. And the painting is all airbrushed. Took quite a few hours to do.
How did you decide your design for the paint job? Because it's like, you just kind of were like, let it flow and just like laid it out?
Just did one color, masked it off, and then once it was painted, I pulled the masking off, put a clear coat over, so when I did the next bit of artwork, I wouldn't damage the one color, because when you airbrush, the paint goes on really thin, and if you touch it, you could kind of scratch it.
Yeah, okay.
So each color has a clear coat over it, which meant the whole tank, the whole body would then get clear coat once again. And it's just a lot of masking off, taping off, airbrushing. The checkered was put on with 1/4 inch masking tape, and then I cut out and removed where it crosses over, so you get the checkered pattern on it. A lot of the machining, all the gear shifter, I stole the idea from my son, because he wanted a gear shift with a South African coin in it. Well, I pinched his idea and made it. I don't think he was too happy about it, but I stole his idea. And then most of the caps on the forks, on top of the forks, those are all machined on my 1940 lathe. So they're not perfect, because if you look closely, they'll differ a little bit.
I mean, from here, it looks perfect. When you first started, did you think it was going to turn out like this?
Oh, no. I had no idea. It was just going to be a fun project, a trike with fat tires, and it ended up to be a show bike. So the exhaust is custom made. So they come through the body, underneath the trike, up through the body, and I just wanted something radical. So
you definitely achieved it, that's for sure. And Brad told us when we interviewed him that you have won many awards.
Yeah, every show we've taken it to now, I think the lowest I've got is second place.
Oh, that's impressive. So you've been getting first place on everything else.
A lot of the shows have been first place.
That's super cool.
So it's turned out to be. I'm happy it's turned out to be a show bike.
Have you like traveled pretty far for any of the shows, or most of them local?
We've been down to Chopper Fest in LA.
Oh, cool.
Went there in 2023, I think it was. We've been up to Salem, to the Cherry Classics. We did that in March, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a trophy for that too. We've been to Boise. It's been to Party at the Pen twice.
Oh, nice.
First year I got trophy. Second year, didn't get anything because I'd already won.
Yeah, they're like, you were here last year.
Yeah. Some guy on a chopper doing a wheelie got a trophy for it. Yeah, so.
That's funny.
So a lot of the machine, like the center caps and the caps on the rockers on the bottom of the forks, they're all machined on my lathe, hand machined. It's not a CNC machine.
Yeah.
It's just eyeballing it.
That's amazing. I want to learn how to do that.
And then the air filter cover, I found that at a swap meet. Had no idea what I was going to use it for. So I came up with the idea of the filter on the carb. So it was a kind of a nice find.
Oh yeah.
Don't know what it's from, but it looks cool.
It does look cool. I mean, it kind of like reminds me of a microphone or something, like an old school one.
The headlights, when I bought my house from my late stepdad, those were in a little box. They probably, I don't know, 1940s. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be little marker lights. Anyway, they came in handy because they're now the headlights for the bike.
They just were in the house?
Yeah, they were in his workshop.
Oh, cool.
In his garage. So I held on to them. They were in the boxes when I came to America, to the US. They were part of my shipment I brought over.
That's awesome. Before you built this bike, did you build other bikes? Or were you just riding bikes?
No, I kind of rebuilt a Ironhead. Mm-hmm. Painted that. I think my son Brad has it.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think. No, in the early days I was just riding. I had an old 1946 WL that I bought in South Africa, rode it for a couple of years, and then I sold it and bought a Fat Boy, which nice. I painted. I kind of like the painting.
You're very good at it. You said you're self-taught too, so that's really cool.
Yeah, it's all self-taught.
Did you practice on something else, or were you just started straight on motorcycles, like on tanks and stuff?
Just straight onto motorcycles.
That's so cool. Like using the lathe and all the machining, did you just like kind of teach yourself how to do that too, or did you do it for something else before?
No, I kind of taught myself, but I'd go around to my stepdad on the weekends and he would sit there on his lathe, and so I would sit there and talk to him and I'd watch him. So I picked up the basics from him. Yeah. And then when he passed away, I inherited it, and I just really taught from there on. It was just teaching myself how to use it. It's not accurate. It's got play in it, but it does the job.
Oh yeah, it definitely did the job. It looks really good. And so I see, are you going to be working on the panhead?
That's my son's panhead. I'm going to strip it down for him and see what it needs and rebuild it for him.
Oh, isn't he lucky?
There'll be payback.
Yeah.
Painted the sidecar too.
This?
Yeah.
Oh,
I matched it to the bike.
I would have never even known. It looks like it belongs perfectly.
Yeah. A friend of mine and myself went through to Willits and picked it up. It was black, and it was lying out in the garden, so it wasn't cared for too good. But at least it was covered up.
Yeah.
And we got it home. I stripped it down, repainted it to match the bike, and then I had to make brackets to actually mount it to the road glide.
Oh, wow.
So now I have a sidecar, which is really hard to ride after 50 odd years of riding motorcycles. It's kind of
well, like
hairy.
turning and stuff.
Turning.
Yeah, and
because
then it's only on one side, so like.
Yeah, you're having to sit up straight around the bend, whereas on a solo bike you can lean in and take the bends nicely. But taking right-hand bends are the worst. They're really kind of scary because the sidecar, I have a feeling the sidecar is going to lift up into the air.
Oh.
Going around left-hand bends is a lot easier.
So you don't ride it that often, I'm guessing, or?
I've only had it on last year. I put it on.
Oh, okay.
So
relatively new.
Yeah, I haven't ridden it for not even a year yet.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a learning curve to get used to. Very different.
Yeah, it is. Just take it easy. Go slow.
Yeah.
Can't keep up with everybody anymore.
You don't see them that often anymore, at least not here where we live.
No, the funny thing is, I never saw them around. Never heard of anybody. And then when I picked this one up, all the sidecars are popping up all over the place.
Oh, now you're seeing them now that you have one?
Yeah, now that I've got one, we see them often.
That's so funny.
But not too many around.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I've ever actually seen someone like in one in real life. Well, just maybe on TV.
Yeah. They're not that popular, but they're out there. I joined a Facebook group and people are looking all over for them.
Oh, yeah.
Wanting them, but you never see them out and around.
If I see one out and around, I want to see like a dog with goggles sitting inside of it.
There's a lot on Facebook like that.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for people out there who are maybe just on their very first build?
Put your heart into it. Build it how you want to build it. Don't build it to be run-of-the-mill. Get something different.
I'm doing my very first build, so.
And you must do it how you want to do it, not how someone else wants it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Brad kind of touched on it before, but you've been riding pretty much your whole life because your dad was also riding motorcycles, I believe, is how he explained. Yeah,
my dad and his friends got together and started the Harley-Davidson Club of South Africa in 1967. I was only 12 years old then, just giving my age away. And he joined me, well, I became the first junior member of the club at 12 years old.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And they bought these old Harleys, old war bikes, you know, some of them were still in crates. There was a company or a guy in Johannesburg, it was called Rubies, and he was selling these brand new Harleys, the ULs, in crates. And my dad and some of my uncle and his friends went and bought them, stripped them down and repainted them. My dad painted his in a bright yellow and he called it Old Yeller. In the club it was known as Old Yeller. My uncle painted his purple, there were red ones, and so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
But nobody wanted the old Harleys in those days. But they built them, and formed the club, and the club is still going today. And it's a lot different because there's a lot more newer bikes in the club.
Yeah.
Younger people.
Oh, that's...
So it's pretty cool. And
ever go visit over there?
I haven't been back since 2008, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I started riding when I was 16. In South Africa, you can only get a car license at 18, but you could get a 50cc license at 16.
Oh, okay.
So my folks bought me a little 50cc Suzuki, and I rode that to and from school every day for 2 years. Rode with my buddies too, got into trouble.
That's cool.
So I've been riding since I was 16.
Yeah.
If I can work that out. 19.
Quick math, everybody.
Yeah. and then I kind of broke away from the bikes. I had dirt bikes, but I didn't have any road bikes for quite a while. And then when Brad was born, my son, I got back into the Harley club. I bought an old shovel head and a chopper in a 48 frame, and it was chopped. And I believe it was an ex-Hells Angels bike.
Oh, okay.
But that's hearsay, which I was told.
That's the word on the street.
Yeah. And then I actually kept that, and I bought an old 1946 WL, I think it was. In South Africa, they didn't call it the WL and the UL. The big 1200cc, which is a UL model, Flathead UL, it was known as a 1012 in South Africa. Here, nobody knows what a 1012 is.
Yeah.
And the 750 I bought, which was a WL, was known as a 5.7. So any South African in the Harley Club will know what a 5.7 and a 1012 is. But yeah,
they're like, what the heck are you talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. This is a Flathead and it's a WL. So it was kind of...
Yeah, interesting how it...
Yeah, it was interesting
changes.
How the different countries call the models.
Yeah.
But anyway, my dad, when he was rebuilding his bike, I must have bugged him because he ended up buying me a basket case. I don't even think it was all there, but he bought this basket case for me, and it kept me busy while he was on his bike, rebuilding it.
And it worked?
Yeah, obviously, but I never got
I was busy.
I never got my bike together. I think he eventually sold all the pieces.
You were distracted, though.
I was distracted, yeah. But I was more into the cars. I had an old Morris Minor, and then my dad rebuilt an old MG TC, 1948 MG for me. And when I left home, I was silly, I should have taken it with me, but I didn't, left it behind. My dad eventually sold it.
Oh, okay.
And I was more of a car person growing up. And then when I got into the Harley Club in I think it was around 1994 or so, I got back into the Harley Club. And ever since then, I've been into the bikes.
Well, you still got two cool cars.
Yeah, the old Chevy was my mom's. So when I left South Africa, she said I could bring it with me. So
that's really cool that you got.
It's sentimental.
You're gonna keep it forever.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to the boys.
And then what is this one?
It's a 1968 Jag. I call it an E-Type. America, it's XKE.
Oh, okay.
But excuse me, that's been my dream car since I was 8 years old. And for my 9th birthday, my folks bought me a little corgi toy. It's a little
toy model version. Yeah.
Yeah. And I treasured it, and I always wanted an E-Type. And the one year my best friend and his family moved back to Portugal, and they invited me over for Christmas. So my dad knew I wanted an E-Type. So he said, do you want to go to Portugal, or would you rather stay and I'll buy you an E-Type? Well, that was a no-brainer, but I was stupid. I should have gone to Portugal because I never got the E-Type. He pulled a fast one on me. So, like 50 years later, I got my dream car. Found it up in Reno.
That must have been so exciting to get a dream car.
It was cool, and it wasn't the color I wanted, but it was a one-owner car. It hadn't been butchered. So now it's my baby.
That's awesome.
Between my bikes and that.
Yeah. Different babies, different families. Well, thank you so much for having us over and taking me for a cool ride in your car.
You're welcome. Anytime.
It's been a pleasure. And thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Never seen the car on video before yet.
Oh, well.
So this is going to be kind of cool.
Now you will.